Hi everybody, I am going to do my best to explain what a function is today. That's what we're going to be studying next. So you're going to have to know if a relationship is a function. So a function is a relationship between an input and an output where each input can only be matched with one output. So I'm going to do some analogies or some comparisons on what you can think of a function like that might make some more sense. So if I just look at this image right here, you can first just think of a machine. A function is a machine. You put something in and you get something out. If I put something into the machine, I should always get the same thing out. So let's talk about what that means. So here's one example of a function. Here's your input, and I'm going to show you, drag this along. Here goes in a chicken, and you can see what comes out, chicken nuggets. Okay, so that is a machine. Every time I put in a chicken, I get out a chicken nugget. That is a working machine. Here, if I put in a cow, I'm getting out steak fingers. It's working. Every time I put in the cow, I have to get out steak fingers. All right, if I put in a fish, I'm getting out fish sticks. Okay, now I'm going to jump. Okay, pig, and we get out a McRib. And now let's look at that with math. If I put in the number, here's a machine, okay? So this machine now, if I put in a number, it's going to multiply it by 2. So if I put in 7, what would I get out? I would get out, oops, that didn't say 7, did it? Oh, I went too far ahead. It was putting in -3 and getting out -6. Okay? All right, so those are examples of just when a machine is pretty simple, your input and your output. So another way that we can think of a machine is a vending machine. So if I go to a vending machine and I press C2 and I get these Doritos right here, if someone behind me comes up and presses C2, they should also get these Doritos right here. Okay? If someone behind them comes up and presses C2, they should get the Doritos, and so forth. Okay? So that's just a very simple method of what a machine, a function machine is. But then we've got some other types of machines that sometimes make it a little bit more difficult for kids to understand. So let's take a look at what other types of machines there could be. Let's say I go to a water vending machine. Okay, if I go to a water vending machine like this one right here, no matter what button I press, oh, that's not the best one. Okay, this Glacier water vending machine, if I go up here and I press, let's say they have A1, A2, A3, if I go up there, no matter what I press, I'm going to get water out. Okay, oh, here's a really good one, this Kirkland water. No matter what buttons I press, I'm going to get water. So sometimes students get confused and think that that's not a function. Let's say I press A1, I get water. If I press A2, I get water. I press A3, I'm going to get water, no matter what I press. Okay? But that's different than if I go up to this machine and press A1, and one time I get water. If I press A1 again, and then I get pop, and then if I press A1 again and I get juice, that would not be a working machine, right? This would be an example that doesn't work. If I press A1 every single time, I have to get the same output. Okay, if I press A1 and get water, the next person who comes up behind me presses A1, they should also get water. All right? So let's look at that as our other machine over here. Now, this is their example of no matter what you press or put in, any of this junk they're putting in, they're getting out Spam. Okay, so that would be if you like this method, it doesn't matter what you press or what you put in, you're putting in a tire, you're putting in an elephant, you're getting out Spam. So that would be another way to think of it here. All right, now, so those are all examples of working functions. Functions that don't work or something would be wrong And actually mathematically here, what it's saying is no matter what number I put into this function, it says y equals 6. So it doesn't matter what number goes in over here into the box, it's going to spit out a 6. It goes in, but 6 comes out. Alright, so let me go back to this one. So if I go back to this example right here, if I put in a pig, we got out a McRib earlier. If I put in a pig and then I get out fish sticks, that means that the machine is not working. Same thing if I go to the vending machine. Every time I press A2, if I've been getting water, I should get water every time, not a pop once in a while. All right, so we'll continue to work on these with more mathematical terms, but this was just a good introduction on what a function is and how we can relate it to a machine. And then one more thing that somebody might understand that you might get is if you look at